Welcome back, welcome back. Question of the day. Why do good black men choose not to be with black women? Kev Samuel edition.
Oh yeah, I totally agree with that. Black women, including myself, we're very uncooperative at times unless we find a man that we feel is masculine and we feel safe with. Black women, we're very
So yeah, because basically, well, let's just say it's not bullcrap. That's a fancy way of saying that we have to handle you. In order for you to act like women should act, you have to choose to put down the BS.
Yep.
But it's a choice.
But don't you think that's realistic?
No, I don't.
Don't you think what
No,
you
I
just
don't.
said is
No, I don't. I
realistic
don't.
when
I
it
don't
comes
think
to
it is.
black women?
No, I don't think it is. You're over talking me. All right, this is gonna go real bad. How old are you?
I'm 38.
38. God damn. You're done. You don't even know it.
Yeah.
You're done already. You think this shit's a game? You're fucking 38 years old and you still think like this? And you think a good man or a richer man's gonna deal with you? Really? Question. How's that been working? How's it been working? Has it been working? Because that's all the proof you need. You don't need him
That's
or
the
me.
no man's land sound. Because what you're saying ultimately doesn't work. Because you're unmarried and alone. That's why I said it makes no sense.
Sound the horns. Hold reins.
Go ahead.
I don't understand what you mean. It doesn't. What doesn't work?
It doesn't work. It means
That's
you
what
don't
you
get husbands.
You lost me. I'm sorry. Say that again.
Okay, it doesn't work. Meaning you don't get the outcome desired. Meaning being married. See, we judge very simply over here by outcomes. And the outcomes is if you keep on, I'm gonna keep fighting and I'm not gonna do whatever until you prove to me that you're the kind of man I can trust or whatever. And that makes you uncooperative when the rest of the market is cooperating right out the rip. That means I'm going to pick somebody that's cooperative. And then they're going to pick somebody else who's cooperative. That means you uncooperative women will remain unpartnered, unmarried, meaning it does not work.
Well, that's not what I said, and that's not what I meant by what I was saying. All I was trying to say to you, or try to...
Any woman, even if you're not black, if you sound like this woman and you're dealing with an intelligent man that you want to be with, just realize how many times she says one thing and then backtracks and won't admit that she backtracked, meaning she's fucking wrong. So when you just understand we're listening to what you're saying, and the more you make yourself look like a jackass by lying, we're just gonna deal with you and then leave you.
Was that I believe a lot of black women, including myself, choose what type of, or choose who we're going to be submissive to. We're not submissive to every man that tries.
Okay, and have you ever chosen? And what man have you chosen to submit to in your 38 years?
I would say about 3 or 4.
Okay, and what's the longest relationship you ever had?
8 years.
1 year.
I said 8 years.
8 years. How long ago was this?
This
Soundboards.
2012 up until this summer.
And why didn't this man choose to marry you? Since you submitted to him.
He told me he didn't believe in marriage. That's all he told me.
Oh, okay. And when did he tell you this? In year what?
He always told me this.
Right. Did you want to get married?
I didn't really want to get married because I have 2 children already who are teenagers.
No
prize. I just wanted to.
Yo! Really? Really?
It's funny, but I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest.
But the thing is, what I'm saying is,
How many of you women out there, and don't fucking front and don't be mad at me, majority of you are, because you know the statistics say that 80% of women are fucking don't have their husband or their baby daddy. So you mean to tell me you submitted to a man, gave him his baby, but didn't submit to his authority to marry him so you can listen to what he says and take care of his babies? Do you understand that's going to 2 before 1 and wanting to be on 3, but you ain't get past 2 yet? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? How do y'all think that works? And what, it doesn't make sense. I understand you're young and all that, but yo, you can look around and see it happening to all your friends. That's not an excuse.
I married him, yes, of course. I was with him for 8 years. But
stop.
Stop digging yourself in a hole.
That's not funny.
Listen. What you did not yield the outcome you would have even wanted. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to deconstruct. You were with somebody for 8 years who didn't want to get married. And you know you wanted to get married when he didn't want to get married, but why'd you stay there? Number one. Number two, you got 1 kid, 2 kids. Were you married to either one of the fathers?
Both my children have the same father, and we were not married.
Why did you choose not to marry?
Why?
Again, we were engaged, but
We don't care.
I don't count engaged. I don't. No.
Yeah,
Nobody
we
cares.
didn't get married because we were young. I was in my 20s.
Answer the
That's
question.
not young. That's an adult.
I didn't want to get married.
Okay, so listen.
So for women that swear I control marriage, I get married whenever I want. She gave that nigga 2 kids and that nigga still didn't marry her. Why? He had babies with her. So why didn't he marry her? He has his whole family. He already has 8 years with her. You know why he didn't marry her? Because he said there's no way I'm going to spend another fucking 8 years dealing with this goddamn attitude and all this other shit. So I'd rather cut my losses now, be stuck with a baby's mother that's going to probably talk shit about me every day, and destroy her own image by doing that, making every man look at her like, oh, you two's dumb niggas? Good, then I can fuck you too for free. You don't understand. You think talking shit about men help you with other men? No, it lets men know you're a dumbass and how easy it is to take advantage of you.
You're a perfect case. You're a headstrong, uncooperative black woman who does things the wrong way. You have babies without the benefit of marriage.
80%.
You deal with men who don't want to marry you.
80%.
It doesn't work. Do you have a daughter?
Did it work yet?
Yes, she
Would you recommend her to go down, to do what you did in life?
Hell no.
So why the
Why?
fuck do you think it's a
Why?
good thing?
Because it's sad.
Because it doesn't work.
Work.
And that's all I'm trying to
It
get you to
won't
understand
work.
is what you do.
Oh, I know it doesn't work.
But
You're gonna get on an average man's program, or you're gonna die alone.
I know that doesn't work 'cause
And
I'm
that's
30
it.
years old.
But the whole notion of I'm not gonna do this until a man does that doesn't work. Femininity.
I didn't say that I think that way. I say most black
Femininity is not something you turn on and off.
All I was just saying was.
It's just not.
She says, I didn't say that. I said when we, the black woman, find the right man, then we'll act right. What the fuck are you saying then? I'm gonna hold back my femininity until I find the right one. That's like saying I'm gonna be Michael Jordan without practicing every day like Michael Jordan, and then when I finally get to chance to get to the NBA, I'm gonna perform like Michael Jordan, but I never did none of the fucking practice. It doesn't make sense. Being a good woman isn't something you turn on. It's something you practice. Why? Because it's fucking hard, and good men don't want to be good all day. Just like good women don't want to be good all day. The shit is hard to make the good decisions. Because you got to sacrifice your wants for your needs. Sorry to get so riled up, but you know, I should have been married 20 years ago.
Okay. I'm gonna unmute you so you can say what you have to say, but you can't just keep doing that.
Nope.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Can you hear me? I'm unmuted. But I wasn't saying that all black women are uncooperative. I just said a lot of us are, and it's because
Why?
We're choosy. We're just very
What do you mean
choosy. It may
choosy?
not be,
Choosy?
yeah.
Wait a minute. So, let me get this right.
There are.
No. See, this is my time.
Don't back up off your statement now.
Women like yourself are uncooperative because you're choosy?
Really?
Please explain what that means.
You're choosy.
From my own experience, and I cannot speak for every black woman out there. I am a black woman who was born and raised in New York City. So, being in my environment, there wasn't a lot of quality young men or, men.
I asked about being choosy, man. I asked you about you being uncooperative because you're choosy. You give me environment. Why? What is that?
Always the
I'm
man's
choosy.
fault.
I can say at 38, I can still count on both.
She's obviously a fucking average or below average woman. You can tell she's husky by her voice. Who the fuck is she to say that there wasn't no decent average men? You're not Beyonce. You are not a fucking dime piece with education and a great job. You're a fucking average woman with 2 kids. You're lucky to get an average man. That average man compared to you that has no kids is above you. Do you understand that? He's gonna improve your life. You're gonna decrease his life. When a single man that's average gets with an average woman and you have kids already, he has to pay for all of that shit. His money's going down immediately. His everything, his energy, his time, everything he fucking wanted to do is getting put on hold. And you think you're fucking special because you bring some... What? What do you bring? Babies and an attitude? Really?
My hands, how many men I've had sex with in my entire life.
But you haven't explained choosy, ma'am. Uncooperative means
Explain it
choosy.
one way. What do you mean?
Because what you're saying doesn't make sense. Choosy,
At all.
Choosy means picky.
Selective.
Okay, so you
picky,
select who you're cooperative with.
Absolutely.
All right, and look at what it's done for you.
What do you mean? Because I'm not married? It's made me an unmarried woman at 38. Is that, I don't think that's the end all be all.
Okay. Well, see, now you're still talking. You're still talking. See?
Why are you talking?
Well, because you can keep. Look at what it's done for you. You are strong, opinionated, and unwed. Look,
But it worked.
Maybe here's the funny thing. So many black women like yourself just think of marriage as, well, I don't need it. There's no big deal. Yeah, it really does matter.
Yep.
Your
I
ability
agree.
to. Okay.
Even if you're not going to get a man to marry you, because, if you're poor, it costs a lot of money and shit. Or maybe the man doesn't believe in doing that because there's things about it. To know that no man's ever going to commit to you for the rest of your life, and you're only going to get regular ass dudes. Like, see, y'all say I don't need no man and all that, and then eventually y'all stay alone for all this time, and then you're going to want to have sex. Who are you going to have sex with? You're going to start having sex with the regular bums around you, and you could have had a decent man around you instead of this thuggo and whatever the fuck else. And then once you get too old, those thuggy niggas don't want to deal with you no more. There's new hot young girls that'll do anything for a hit. So what are you going to be worth then? You're out of shape, your attitude's whack. You drink half the fucking fifth of fucking Henny, so it's like niggas don't want you around no more, nigga. You ran your shit up. You too expensive even for them niggas. Them niggas like, well, I get this new bitch 3 shots and she done for, and I get the rest of the bottle to myself.
Let me ask you a better question.
Shit is crazy.
The guy you were with for 8 years.
Yes.
By the way, did you go to college?
Yes.
Did you graduate?
Yes.
A master's, PhD, anything?
I was
Bachelor's.
Bachelor's. Does the guy you were with for 8 years go to college?
Yes.
Where do you go to school for?
He went to school for engineering.
And you left
Is he an
him.
engineer?
You didn't get on his program.
Right. Who
He wasn't good enough.
Now, at this point, me.
Right. So,
8 years ago. Do you realize that
Mother
nigga's
of
probably
two
doing his thing right
was with
now?
a man. You
Smashing and dashing. An engineer, you know how much money that nigga got now? It's like 80
You
grand.
had to pick a lesser mate.
She couldn't wait 8 years
Because
and learn to
now
shut the fuck
part of
up
the reason is your
for 80
unwanted
grand.
nature. Part of the reason
How
you
the
had
fuck does
two
that
kids
even make
from another
sense?
guy who was probably on the same level as the last guy. You don't
That's
get
not true.
okay, fine. But you don't get, but here's what is true. You don't, higher value men do not select women like yourself